Welcome back to the news at 10. The Supreme Court has dismissed the appeal by Mr. Ihedioha, the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate, in the April 11, 2015 polls. Ihedioha had challenged the election of Governor Rochas Okorocha in Imo State. A 7-man panel of the Supreme Court, presided over by Justice John Fabi, held that Ihedioha's appeal lacked merit. The appeal court affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Owerri. The court ruled that Ihedioha's failure to properly serve Okorocha and his party, the All Progressives Congress, and other parties in the suit, robbed the appeal court's jurisdiction to hear the case. The president has challenged India and African leaders to fashion out a roadmap that will develop Africa and make the continent in India comparable to any country in the Western world. President Muhammadu Buhari was addressing the third summit of the India-Africa Summit holding in the Indian capital, New Delhi. He pledged his administration is for the greater majority of humanity and observed that what India is doing is in the spirit of globalization and the interests of the greater majority. Our correspondent Chukwuma Onekwusi reports.
It was a long roll call of African leaders, and at the last count, over 40 of them, including Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari, were at the Indira Gandhi Stadium, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomes all for the third edition of the India-Africa Summit. Prime Minister Modi did not make it a talk shop alone. He rolled out the sights and sounds of the Indian cultural heritage for his African counterparts to salvo. President Muhammadu Buhari is among the African leaders who addressed the plenary session. He touched on development issues and the need to cater for humanity, hence the support for India-Africa Summit.
From west to the east, north to south, virtually every country in our respective regions is faced with unacceptable levels of poverty, unemployment, and youth bulge. India and Africa must develop a new spirit of solidarity, cooperation, and partnership to confront these emerging threats. We must recognize that in this globalized age, we all live interconnected lives in a fragile planet. We must therefore work together to uplift the lives of our people in a manner that preserves the sustainability of our living environment.
For the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, human capital development is key. So far, Indians are scattered all over Africa doing one form of business or the other. Beyond that, he is providing grants to the tune of over $10 billion in the next 5 years for African countries.
Excellencies, from connecting lives to collaborating for our prosperity, from keeping our people safe to advantage our global interests, the agenda of our partnership stretches across the vast territory of our linked aspirations. To add strength to our partnership, India will offer concessional credit of $10 billion over the next 5 years.
Speeches came from the African Union and its Commission, all recognizing that Africa and India are setting standards amidst challenges. They are, however, confident that they will rise above those challenges. This summit is about two issues. The Indians believe that they have the expertise, while Africa has the resources. And the organizers of the summit believe that when both meet, everything is possible. From New Delhi, India, Chukwuma Onekwusi, Channels Television News.
Back home, it's time to take you through the world of business. Here's Anne Wanwadu.
You first. First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The National Insurance Commission and the Nigeria Customs Service have agreed to form a common force in ensuring that public properties as well as the lives of the staff are all insured. The Commissioner for Insurance, Mr. Mohammed Kari, who spoke at a meeting in Abuja, said that the initiative will help ameliorate sufferings that may arise following the loss of assets or personnel of the service. He also promised that the Insurance Commission will assist in providing guidelines to the Customs Service in the area of insurance intermediaries. And with oil prices hurting emerging and frontier markets across the globe, Nigerian capital market operators are putting efforts already in place to empower entrepreneurs through the capital market. According to the acting president of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, Mr. Oluseyi Abe, the decision became very necessary as a result of the current administration's economic agenda. Mr. Abe says that stockbrokers are willing to contribute to entrepreneurship in Africa through education and capital raising for business startups.
This is coming on the heels of the new government that we have that came into power on the mantra of change. Among other things they are looking at is the concept of empowerment. How can we empower entrepreneurs? How can we take them beyond the level maybe of their capital to the next level? And how can we amass all the opportunities available in this process, to take the business to the next level? Because drivers of capital formation lies around the entrepreneurs. And so looking at Africa, we need to do more in terms of educating our people, the benefits that is available in the marketplace, so that they can be encouraged to come up, to come out, and to, drive their risks that they have taken to the next level.
Our Union Bank of Nigeria has unveiled a new brand identity at a spectacular launch held at Onikon Stadium, Lagos. The bank unveiled a massive replica of its iconic white stallion in its new form, as well as the bank's new logo. Our correspondent, Shola Shrieli, reports.
This is the old identity of the bank.
Together.
But Union Bank has a new goal of ensuring that service delivery is enhanced by making banking simpler for all its customers. And so, board members, the management and staff gathered at Onikon Stadium in Lagos to witness the spectacular launch of the brand new identity.
What we are doing today marks the beginning of a new phase of Union Bank's journey. And with this new identity, we are signaling that we are ready to measure up against the rest of the industry with our peers. And this new phase requires a renewed commitment to our strategic ambition. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Top executives of the brand further explained the strategy behind the rebranding exercise.
We want a simple, accessible banking service that anybody should be able to access. And we want it to be smart. That means we anticipate your needs and we can deal with all the demands of our customers. So we're smart enough to address all the demands of our customers. We're simple enough to be accessible to everybody, to every single customer. That is why it's a simpler, smarter bank.
If you notice, we've maintained our iconic stallion, white, but this time it's bounding forward to represent what we're doing with the bank, heading towards the future with focus, agility, energy to take on new opportunities.
The current board of directors and executive management team of the bank were appointed in 2012. And since then, they've begun executing this transformation program focused on making banking simpler so that the bank's customers can focus on the things that matter most to them. Shola Shrieli, Channels Television News.
Equities at the Nigerian Stock Exchange climbed 0.17% today to end the day's session at 29,446.95. Bisi Adebayo has the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Reports. The bears lost their grip on the Nigeria equities market as key indicators staged a slight recovery after 6 straight days of negative trade. The all-share index climbed 0.17% to end Thursday's session at 29,446.95. Market capitalization also appreciated to 10.12 trillion naira. With a 6.76% increase, Nigeria Breweries was the day's top gainer. The equity now trades at 144 naira 16 kobo. The share value of Nestle and Flour Mills of Nigeria also jumped by 0.72% and 3.42% respectively. On the flip side, Guinness lost 2.56% to end the session at 125 naira 5 kobo. UACN and Julius Berger also got the cold shoulder from investors. At the end of the day's trading session, volume traded came in at 257.69 million shares, valued at 2.82 billion naira, and exchanged in close to 3,000 deals. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I am BC Adebayo.
Well, thanks a lot, PC. Now, major equities around the globe today ended in the negative territory. Let's see the global market figures now. That's it on Business News. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu. The rest of the news at 10 continues with the Marachi.
You first. First Bank.
As a global leader in consumer health and hygiene, Reckitt Benckiser gives priority to promoting a healthy lifestyle to its host countries and elsewhere. A global chief executive officer of the company, Mr. Rakesh Kapoor, said this during a visit to the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akiwumi Ambode. Mr. Kapoor said his organization is carrying out an advocacy program to intensify diarrhea and malaria prevention in Nigeria.
The delegation of Reckitt Benckiser, led by the global CEO Rakesh Kapoor, is received by Governor Akiwumi Ambode at the Lagos House in Ikeja. Mr. Kapoor is meeting Governor Ambode as part of his visit to one of its major markets, Nigeria, where the company is also involved in health advocacy programs.
Things about RB in Nigeria.
The General Manager, West Africa, Rahul Mugai, gives an insight into their mission.
Over the last few years, we've worked very closely with the Ministry of Health and the National Malaria Prevention to live the purpose of being able to advocate and make people aware about good, healthy hygiene practices. We would also like to share that over the last few years, we are reaching over 4 million school children and 4 million mothers through our hand washing programs and reaching hospitals where we create this awareness. We would like to continue to have your support and partner and use this opportunity to share about RB's global initiatives, as well as have the support and patronage from your side.
While acknowledging the support from the Lagos State government and its 53 years operations in Nigeria, the global CEO reaffirms Reckitt Benckiser's commitment to continue to use its brands to promote programs that will benefit the people of Lagos State.
We have made Nigeria one of the top markets for RB globally. And this is the reason why I'm here, to meet people, to understand how we can do even better for Nigeria and how we can create more growth in Nigeria.
I want to openly, and officially commend you and your company for the things that you have been partnering with us in terms of reaching out to our people. I want to commend you for your diarrhea program that you are commencing in the Shomolu axis. I also believe that as your businesses continue to grow, we will grow together with you and make sure that we're able to do this in a stronger relationship that is beneficial for all of us.
In partnership with Save the Children NGO, Rekit Benkitsa had started an advocacy program on diarrhea prevention in Lagos State, beginning from Shomolu local government to help eradicate child mortality from the condition.
Free rides from Berger bus stop all the way to Tafabalawa Square, Lagos Island and back all morning. That's the way Malta Guinness chose to say thank you to all its customers. The ride started at about 8:30 a.m. on lag buses from their main park at Berger and continued into the afternoon. Our correspondent Mary Alale Yusuf reports.
It's a fine morning and Malta Guinness is in the mood to say thank you to its faithful customers with free rides. And not just that, it goes with a chilled can of Malta Guinness handed over as people board the buses. Passengers are kept entertained with jokes from famous comedian Elenu. The conductor, a Malta Guinness brand ambassador, keeps order. There is free internet access for the duration of the ride. The password is Malta Guinness. Here's what passengers think of the ride.
That's beautiful. That's one of its kind. I don't think it has ever happened before. I think I'm excited, I'm happy, and I say a big thank you to the manager of Malta Guinness and as many people that are introducing this.
Well, it's a welcome development, and this is the first time I'm seeing this great thing being done by any soft drink. It's very, very interesting. This eats, and I'm enjoying a cold drink, a free ride. I can't ask for more.
It's a very good idea because I'll be able to save my 150, and I think as I enter the bus, I will step down myself with a bottle of Malta Guinness. I think they should keep it up.
Malta Guinness, order
This drink is good for all. I like the fact that it has no alcohol. It makes me feel strong.
One ride is over and another begins. Mary Alale Yusuf, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Super Eagles head coach Sunday Olise invites Obafemi Martins and Kelechi Iheanacho for the 2018 World Cup qualifier against Swaziland in November. That's in sports news. Please stay with us.